For the first 3 days of our stay in Bali, we stayed on the main island in a place called Seminyak, which, as you can see, is in that southern part of the island. It's one of the most popular areas, a little bit more upmarket than Kuta, which is a bit further to the south, but still pretty busy. And the main reason we were staying there for 2 or 3 days was to go to the dentist. So we'd been told that the dentists were really professional and much cheaper than Aussie. So on the Monday, a couple of days after arriving, off we went. Here's Vassie all kitted out, ready to go in for her consultation. Where we stayed was only a couple of 100 metres to a really long beach which ran all the way down to Kuta. Unfortunately, the waves were too rough basically to go swimming, but it was nice for walking. Lovely sunsets, which everybody seemed to gather for in all the bars and restaurants that lined the beach. So we took advantage of those bars and restaurants. They were really cheap and, you know, good quality food. Not many photos or videos of the first hotel. It was quite a big hotel, but it was great. We had breakfast every morning in this huge room under a chandelier, and sat outside and enjoyed the pool area. And to be fair, the pool area was the key attribute of the hotel. It was huge. So we definitely made the most of the opportunity to go and swim in some nice warm water.
I mean, it's really nice and warm. I don't know how many degrees, but it is.
So after a few days, we then moved on to a much smaller island and much quieter called Lembongan Island, and this was the lovely way that the room was set out in the next place that we arrived at. So our little home in Lembongan is the Akka cottages, and it's lovely. Very quiet road. It just runs down to the Devil's Tears area, so it's a couple of 100 meters from the water, and it's a dead-end road, so hardly any traffic. Little area here for breakfast, reception area. We'll come back to the pool in a minute. And there's 2 sets of cottages. I'm walking up the right-hand leg, which is where ours is. 12 cottages in total, so very small. But the cottages themselves are lovely. They're all independent, and little balcony out the front for having a cocktail, sitting down and relaxing in the evening after you've come back from dinner. And while we've been here, there's actually hardly anybody been here, so it's been very quiet. And this is our little place, number 11. So we'll have a look inside shortly, but these cottages are around $30 Australian a night. Can you believe it? It is unbelievable, the value for money. The place we stayed in Seminyak the first 3 nights was much more expensive. That was about $70 a night, which for the facilities was still really good. But this is just unbelievable. Such a deal. And the food. Quite a few little restaurants in the area, massage places. We've been for a couple of massages already. We're going for another one this afternoon. And they're cheap as well. I mean, $15 for a 1-hour massage. So, you know, living around here is very cheap. So here's the pool area. And again, today, we have it to ourselves. Lovely. So let's have a look inside. And you can't feel this, but I can. It's nice and cool in here. So the aircon is good for the evening when you want to try and sleep. Just have it on about 25, 26 degrees, and it's perfect. So it's a good sized room, nice furniture, lovely bed, mozzie net. Not that we really needed it, but I think it helps us to sleep a bit better at night. And water machine, so we can get hot water for teas. You can get sort of a mix of hot and cold and really cold. So that's great. It's got its own little fridge. And then through here is the bathroom. And there's no worries about having to have an extractor fan to ventilate the room when you've had a shower or whatever, because it's actually partially open, which in this climate is not a problem, where it doesn't drop below about 25 or 26 degrees, even at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So really nice shower area. So yeah, $30 a night. Oh my God, that is such a deal. I won't finish this video looking at the bathroom door. Let's just look out here. That's much nicer. Okay, there we go. Definitely recommend the Akka cottages. Well, here's our private little pool. Actually, it's shared with the other 12 villas, but I think there's only 3 of the other villas with people in at the moment. And they're obviously off doing something else, so it's just after midday. I'm hiding away in the shade. The sun is extremely hot, stings you. Vas is cooling down in the water. It's testament to how hot the sun feels that you cool down in the water, even though the water temperature is over 30 degrees centigrade. But yeah, this is a lovely spot. So we're just chilling here today. We were going to go to a beach club nearby and spend the day there. I looked at the weather forecast and it said from 11 o'clock it was going to get cloudy and basically be 100% cloud cover by now, and like that for the rest of the day. So we decided we'll go tomorrow. So some cloud has rolled in, but gee, it's pretty intermittent. So but we're okay, just chilling out here. We've got a massage booked for 3 o'clock this afternoon. We'll have some lunch shortly and then go for the massage, pre-dinner drink outside our little villa, and then off for something to eat tonight. It's a tough life, isn't it, eh? So we're just walking up for our massage now, so I'll just let you have a look at the area immediately around the hotel and the restaurant. So there's quite a big school given the size of the population here. It's a Sunday now, so hardly anybody here. And apparently, traditionally, the biggest source of income before they got into tourism was seaweed farming. So they collect the seaweed, and this pile has been here for about 2 days now. Somebody opens it up in the morning, the sun's drying it out. So this green stuff I think was added overnight. This is the stuff that's been around for a couple of days. It's actually not smelling as bad now. It was really pungent yesterday, and then they cover it up at night. So and apparently during the lockdown, when of course Bali was closed, so anybody reliant on tourism was really stuffed up. apparently the price for seaweed was good, so a lot of people were doing that. So as you can see, the roads are pretty small around here, but luckily there's not much traffic. The biggest vehicles are those open backed taxis. I think there was one just went past us a few seconds ago, a white one. Here comes another one now loaded up with people. But most of the traffic is actually scooters. So it's okay for walking. Not a problem. Hello, Doggle. So we had a meal here last night. Pretty good meal. Oh, that's right. That dog was in the restaurant barking at everybody that turned up last night. Haven't tried this grill place yet. And then, yeah, the live music, the singer was terrible. Oh my goodness. And then here's the massage place. And there's a couple of other restaurants a little bit further on that we've been to. One of which we're going to go to tonight. So we'll just have a quick peek inside. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
How are you? Good.
We're just, so this is the second visit.
Here?
This is the second visit here. So they recognize us. So I'm just going to go a quick film inside when we're ready, and then we'll switch off and have our massage. Somebody's in here, so I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to film. So, just had the massage. How was it?
Brilliant.
Yeah, very good. And we're wandering back, and we're actually by a restaurant that we came to on the first night. And I just thought we'd have a look at the menu and just talk a little bit about the food. So wherever you go, the menus are just about always the same.
This is an extensive one. It's got lots of burgers.
But, so you get a few sandwiches,
Yeah.
you get a few burgers. So just in terms of prices, chicken burgers 60,000, which is roughly $6 Australian. And then you get on to, so you know, here's the food for the Westerners that can't go for the Indonesian food. And then we have the Indonesian, so nasi goreng. But so nasi basically means rice. Goreng is fried, so you got the fried rice. And they just do it basically with, you know, you have it with vegetable or chicken or fish. They're basically all the same, except for, you know, one's got a bit of chicken, one's got a bit of fish. And the rice is basically just a lump of rice on the plate. There's no sauce. They don't use salt and pepper or any other spices and herbs.
And the egg is on top.
Oh yeah, that's right. They put a fried egg on top for some reason. So, and then mee goreng is fried again, but this time it's noodles instead of rice. Same options. Satay, and then if we just whip over the page, they then have Balinese food. So they got grilled tuna, second one down, in a banana leaf. But the tuna is pretty tasteless compared to the sort of tuna that we get from the markets in Melbourne, has to be said. Fried chicken, fried fish, grilled prawn. The prawns are okay. Some local food, all around tuna basically, and a curry. And the curry, unless you specifically ask for it, again is really bland. So most of their food is actually, to us, fairly tasteless and bland. If you like that, it's great, but if not, you either struggle a bit, or if you're lucky, you find a restaurant that can spice it up a bit. So yeah, so it's not been, look, it's not been a gourmet experience, that's for sure, but you know, the restaurant settings are lovely, everybody's friendly, and it's cheap, so can't complain, can we? No. So definitely recommend Lembongan Island if you want a relaxing time. There's not a lot to do. If you're into snorkeling, scuba diving or surfing, then it's great. By the way, this dog just is always here. It's just lying here, slightly in the road. Actually, sometimes it's a bit further out. Night and day. Everybody avoids it. So yeah, it's there's, you know, it's not a lot else to do. Seems though there's quite a lot of surfers that come here. I think that's where the island started to get the tourists from in the first place, the surfers. But it's definitely somewhere to come. 4 or 5 days, I'd say, if you just want to literally chill out, lie by a pool, get a bit of sun, flop into the pool every now and then. Yeah, get a massage. So we've had 3 massages on the island, and we hired a scooter for a day, and basically you only need a day to get around the island. And once you've got used to the scooter, the roads are okay. So definitely recommend it, and definitely recommend Akar cottages. Really good value for money, exceptional. Okay, bye from Lembongan.